One.
Welcome everyone to Things Ain't Right podcast. I'm your host, Do It and Do, and my co-host to my left, C. This podcast agenda is to bring awareness, conscience, and information to the people who don't have it. What up, C?
What's good?
What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man.
Everything good, baby?
Like we
Got
said,
my cameraman and behind Dean on the video set.
yeah.
But what's good though, man? We got a lot to talk about today, man.
Well, excuse me leaning down,
Yeah.
pick up something out the floor. Um, like you said, things ain't right. Welcome to Things Ain't Right. We're here to bring to you the things that's not right. The description of things is not right. My partner, we both co-hosts to each other. You know, have some subjects, and I have some subjects that we're gonna bring to you today, and we make you the judge.
All right, today this been on my mind for a minute, and people was like I shouldn't talk about it, but I have to talk about it. It's too many people walking around. I can't talk about every city in the United States, but I'm talking about New York City. I don't know who to blame for this because I don't really think it's a blame, but I do know it's too many mentally ill people roaming these streets. They're a danger to you, and they're a danger to themselves. Me personally, I think they should take them all. Anybody they see walking around the street naked, walking around the street begging people for money, looking like they ain't got nothing, like they ain't got nowhere to live. I think they should have some kind of system, a program, something like they got already. They already got the programs like Breakthrough and stuff like that, but that's not enough because Breakthrough, it's like you gotta register and BRC and all them homeless company. It's like you gotta register a bum for them to get you, or they gotta look for you. When they right there in their face. I don't understand that part. If you walk out these doors in any fucking neighborhood in the five borough and just look, uh, one out of every five people, one of them is mentally ill. Either they on K2, they on the fentanyl, or they just straight up somebody done slipped them a damn Mickey or something. And I'm tired of seeing these people walking around. It wasn't like this back in the days. Back in the days, they had certain shit like Bellevue, G Building, and all that shit where they seen a sick motherfucker, they put him in a padded room because they're a danger to us and themselves. Now, they just let them roam the streets. I want to know what these thoughts on y'all about this topic is. So y'all can call my phone. My phone number is 347-441-9053. If you got something to say about the homelessness that can help better assist them or help them, because I'm not touching them. They got to have some people that's designated, getting paid to help take these homeless people off our trains, buses, streets. They're sleeping everywhere. And I'm not even talking about the homeless and sick people. I'm talking about asylum seekers. You don't know half of them is ill. Some of them don't have no education. So that right there put them in a mentally ill category. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no education. So right there, they at a disadvantage. Something is wrong with them. They come to America and y'all, they drop them off here. I'm not blaming nobody for that. I'm just talking about fixing the problem. See, what you think about that?
The blame goes somewhere. Things ain't right, like we saying. Things ain't right. We becoming bombarded with other ethnic groups and stuff like that, and we ourselves is being negated from a lot of programs and stuff like that. And now you bring in other people, and there is, they ain't come in legally. And those who ain't coming in legally, as West Indian and them, they send them back out. But they ain't sending none of these big people back out. So what is their agenda? You know what I'm saying? To bring them in. They can't say they're bringing them in as farm workers. They can't say they're bringing them in as indentures. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where half of these countries they bring in people as indentures, and then um then put them to work. But half these people work in the streets, they don't have no faith in America. You know, nobody's going to talk to them. Nobody is giving them no upliftment. Some of them who have like do what they do say. Some of them have education. Some of them can't speak English. And how could you put them out there? They get what they fanning for themselves. They begging. They got their kids on the ground. Things we never seen in the past for a long time. We seeing now more clearly. And why is the politicians? I gotta say the politicians. I can't say it's the people in the streets. I gotta say, but the Americans are melting pot. It has so many ethnic groups, so many countries is inside here, and we all get together and work each day. So it can't be where we make the streets more violent, and then a politician come and look for a law or something to appease the public. No, we're not looking for that. We're looking for you bringing crazy people out here, letting out jails, because they did the same thing with Cuba during the 80s. They did the same thing. Every so often, America let in third world. They call them third world, which is a country, you know, and then people eating and living and rich as much as people over here. So I don't understand. You know, you come here for a better life, and then when you come here, you walk into depression before the better life. Everything is depressing. Your life, your relationship, everything. Then you got to go into the streets and see these type of stuff like you're talking about.
And that's they're gonna, and that's it. They're gonna,
That's
you got to pay that back too. All right, I just want to throw that in.
The cash part.
You know, yeah, the cash part.
No,
or even if you use Medicaid, huh?
we not going there. We're not going on the
Yeah.
welfare. We're not going on the welfare. We're not going. We're saying those are things that mechanisms and places that you can go to get
Help.
paid
Yeah.
if you don't have it or you don't live. Some
Yeah.
people live off it. Some people is paraplegic. Some people is
SSI.
homeless. Some people are social security don't have no job. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So we can't even put them in that bracket in the street. Bracket we got to put them in back at who let them in, because remember, you making it more tedious and more strenuous for us to walk through the streets or to look at this or turn around or voice our opinion on it, because as you walk the streets a lot of times you can't say nothing, because if you say something you might be the one who won't get it. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat somebody in the street to say something. You know what I'm saying? So we got to turn it back on those people, because I see on the internet where is it just going off a little bit. Where is the individual is saying the same, have the same kind of perspective where he's saying like, listen, we're not going to do this. Y'all in the street robbing, getting away with it, ain't getting jail, ain't getting doing. Politicians is just letting y'all out back into the streets. We are not going to do it. When we are getting punished for anything we do, you are not getting punished for what you do. Like on the train issue, where they stabbed the dude and all that on the train issue. But it's his, a part of she partially is his fault too. So we have to put it back into one of their laps or into the office to make them know, listen, this is it's not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Because how are we supposed to raise ourselves to the next level? Even in a dictatorship, how are we supposed to raise our level? If you change the system, because they're changing the system as we see right now. They're trying to go straight to cards.
Yo, you gotta
And
go through.
internet.
You got it.
You
They
know?
got it right now, right? And I'm not making this up. I'm gonna show you how fucked up these streets are. To get on a train, you have to get searched.
Where?
They got the metal detectors now to see if you got hammers. They not searching you, patting you down. It's just a fucking thing. It's just like you going into a court building or something, yo. Soon they gonna have motherfucking scanners and goddamn the supermarket. Cause motherfuckers is stealing. Yeah, they're gonna have fucking alarms on your cereal boxes. You go on your fucking Targets and your fucking Dwayne Reed's and Walgreens. They got everything under padlock and key, bruh. Now, I'm not saying that's because of people stealing. I'm just saying the price of living is so high now. People can't afford the bare necessities to survive.
Yo, it's funny what he said, and then come to talk. His name is what? Do what it do, right?
Yeah.
So society do what it do. Because for the simple fact, what he's saying, cost of living is so high, it's no money coming into the homes, whether welfare or whatever, they can't pay the rent. That's what he's actually saying. He can't.
Basically, you can't
You know
live
what I'm
off of
saying?
that. I'm
And-
trying to tell people in their fans, you can't survive off welfare.
And then
If you think you're gonna live off welfare and have a fucking fruitful, happy life, just be ready to be stuck in the peas for the rest of your motherfucking life.
yeah,
So how is that? So how is that affecting the homeless and the mental illness that's out in the street?
all right, all right, hold on. Now I'm gonna take that and take that question. How is it affecting the homelessness? How is what affecting?
Because the topic was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
But he
Mental
just took it.
illness, drugs,
Like,
all of that
drugs,
plays a part.
all of it play a part. Even though, but I was telling him he's on the stability side because he switched it to the stability side. You got to get on. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? To lift your
Yeah,
standards.
and
in
the
life.
drugs ain't the
You know,
answer.
and drugs ain't the answer. Every day you come with a different drug or whatnot. Drug, and that's
And
his
they used to
form,
taking it,
you know?
and it's like to the point now. It's like if you keep making drugs for the youth to take, and they keep experimenting with these drugs. They got a drug out in Philly, right? This shit is called what, crocodile. It's a fucking heroin, no, a fucking elephant tranquilizer, some kind of tranquilizer for an animal, and they're legally they really taking it as a form of injection, and it's eating their skin away, and
I'm
they
gonna set
still
him
walking
straight.
around.
I'm gonna set him straight.
Who the fuck?
I'm gonna set you straight. Why with this form? I'm gonna set you straight because simple fact of this.
Pink cocaine.
I conversate with people. I don't say I tell because that's the wrong word to use. I try not to use the word I tell. I conversate with people because we only could conversate to get understanding. I conversate with people on that same factor right there, the drug factor and everything. We all have a consciousness faculties that we conjure up thoughts and everything. People is in categories. I make people understand this all the time. People is in categories, just like jobs. You can't get in this job because you are not in this category. You can't get in this because you can't get in this race because you're not in this category. Your ability is not there. Your education is not there. Some people don't have education and they're millionaires. Whether they inherited, make it, however they made it. Because those are people that have drives and have
Ambition.
and goals and ambition. Nobody, whether they go into the streets and do it, whatever, they have ambition. They are still entrepreneurs. Every job you have is just a platform to go to the next level. Because you're going to take this money and invest it to the next level to take you to the next level. People got their company, they got people to pay and that do the job, the cameramen, all that. So everybody got to pay your worth. What is your worth? Everybody supposed to have their worth on an astronomical standard. Because your life, your life, you can't put a word on your worth on your life. You know what I'm saying? What you bring to people, what you interject, you can't put it. You can't because for the simple fact, uh, 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 you might go out there and sell something for 10 cents, and then you go around the corner. Oh, remember when we would just go to Delancey Street? One side of Delancey Street was higher than the next side, huh? And you know who had it all. You see what I'm saying? And one side was higher than the next side, and it was both their sides. They selling us this ready-made stuff that coming from somewhere else that they make it, and they putting a price on it. So it's Macy's. So you gotta, you don't have a word. Macy's got about 25 different brands that is Macy's brand in Macy's.
Yeah, I know.
And rent other people's spaces. They got the low budget brand and it's still high. Because it's 10 cents on a dollar. You see what I'm saying? They getting that stuff for pennies. You know, and we looking at why we should retire or why we should that. And we the one that being going in there gotta buy it. I could wear this pants all day long, but person won't judge me why I wear it. I could wash it every day and wear it till it fall off of me. But as long as my mother said, as long as your drawers is clean, you good. As long as you took a shower and your drawers is clean, no matter what you put on. Live in the cowboy stage or whatever you put on. Your drawers is clean and you're under, you know what I'm saying? And you good. You out there for the next session of life. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing to this is health. Because your day gonna come. You know, once you keep healthy, your day gonna come. But we can't direct it at a simple. We gotta direct it at the politicians. You understand what I'm saying? We can't direct it at a local person down. Governor Hochul, we could direct it straight to her. They beating up.
Well, I don't think she's going to be governor too long.
All right, well, we got to direct it to the next governor.
She's like a fill-in right now. She got in by default.
Yeah, she did got in by default. I didn't really think they should have got out.
And then she's in there permanent because she got voters in when it came.
I don't really.
Who she won against?
Nobody.
Nobody?
A new person
again.
Nobody.
She's the
She was already on the.
Still supposed to be
Cuomo's supposed to be governor still. But they run Cuomo because of some fraud,
allegations,
sexual allegations.
And
how many years ago that was?
Well, for a long time
before the allegation come into fact. It shouldn't be that. It should be a statute of limitation.
It was the time doing covert, wasn't it?
But even if you're doing covert,
no, it's before the covert.
If a politician assaults you, disrespect you, is unethical, whatnot, at that same time, or I give and take a week. If not, it don't count. Because if you're not going and look, R. Kelly, all these dudes, we could take this conversation to Devil, Bill, all of them. We could take this conversation many ways. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about money, whether it's crime, homelessness, housing. Everything is about money. That's what the capitalist system is based on. You see what I'm saying? And we fight in frustration to get on top. You know what I'm saying? While killing ourselves. Because we don't take care of our health. We go ask somebody else about our health, and that's money. So how could we, like he said, retire? How could we get the bums off the streets, the retardeds off the streets, the functionally illiterate off the streets? People gonna do what they do. It's just to keep it at the minimum. Because some of these individuals out there that's in government make hazardous situations. What do you mean hazardous situations? Where they develop crises to get more money, to be in these streets, to make you see how dangerous these streets is. So they develop these crises.
Fear-mongering?
Fear-mongering. Run down on you, and then people come up, oh, what you doing? No, taking pictures and all that. You're making a crisis. So now you got to bring more police out. Now we really working and doing overtime. You know, we really working and doing overtime. We really, look what they doing. And we just went on this, and they're all lying. They know they set that up. So hazardous situation is a part of correction, is a part of criminality, is a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? So we got to balance out what we do. We can't just go and put ourselves. We is just means I. We could bring everybody together, could say we. That's the definition. We is I. You know, I represent who I am. You know, you represent who you are in a culture. You know what I'm saying? So when you stepping down this road, we can't. You and I can't do this. Because every time you point a finger, how much is pointing back at you? You always got to be conscious of your situation in your life, your plight in life, your karma. Because these streets is your karma. And as we go, we see what we see, and that's why we say things ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We living in a more downtrodden situations than more so uplifting situation. Every time a politician's getting there, they saying the politician. One man can't build an island. They're gonna take him. He got to come back many times. One man can't build an island in a lifetime. So, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. You understand? So, in order to get these type of things across the society, we have to actually make people accountable. I was saying about the elderly and class of people. Remember, that's what society stands up on, class of people. They put it in the class. You know what I'm saying? So when we speaking about people, right, we could speak about their downfalls, we could speak about their upbringing, we could speak about them reaching a plateau in life. But we can't speak about everybody in the same format because everybody is not in the same format or category. A scholar is in his category, a baller is in his category, a football player is in his category, and so is society. Because not everybody's making 100,000 a year. Not everybody's making 50,000 a year. Some people is making just 5,000 a year and getting by. We don't even know how they're getting by. So if they throw a brick or whatever, yeah, we could say, yo, you wrong. But at the same time, we don't know nothing of these people. We don't know how they getting by. We don't know how to eat every day. Some people just eat bread all day, tuna fish and jelly. You know, jelly and bread, whatever. You know, I see some people eat some weird stuff. Just throw tomato paste on rice and with some. I eat that. You know, it's a lot of things that's taking place in this melting pot that we ain't gonna even get to correct all of it or actually talk about all of it. But into this situation right here with the homeless, with the other people that you talk about, the category of people, which is the hierarchy of this system, this corporation, it's who doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because you make money. They make money. They print money. They got a mint that they print billions of dollars and send it out to the country. And they also put billions of dollars in the state. I seen an issue the other day with an African skit where the dude is saying, yo, in Africa, he got a little skit he's using and saying the politicians them um asked for $4 billion to do the road, right? So the $4 billion came up. They got it in a big case and everything. So as soon as the politicians show the money to the people, just a little scam of the money to the people and everything, and he's talking, he says, oh, and thank y'all for donating. Boo, boo, boo. Got up. The guy closed the case. Walk inside. As soon as he walked inside, the one who was speaking, the politician, he dipped in the bag. Boom, he got his, put it in his pocket. The next politician come out another door. Boom, he dipped in the bag, put it in his pocket. Another one came up. When the road finished, the man just went out in the middle of the road and just painted some black paint and put a line around it. Took a picture and said that was the road. You understand the concept? Everybody got their hands in the pot, but nobody want to do nothing. And nobody want to take the blame. It's like, the hell with us. What the taxpayer get out of it? Just paying tax. You know what I'm saying? So some people is fed up. People is fed up. People just say, to hell with it. What happened to them happened to them. They ain't got the courage to go commit suicide, and some got the courage to commit suicide. So you understand what's going on. Some people can't take it, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you go to jail and you do 25 years and come home and act like it's not. You understand? People can't do that. Some people kill themselves in jail. So when it comes down to certain standards of life is falling, we got to steer it back to the people that these same people that is falling voted for. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who are lacking in money out here in society, so it can happen. It's not only the jobs. You know, people fed up with the jobs. No cost of living raising, the jobs ain't raising. They just how much years ago they just raised the wage to $15.
It's like 2 or 3 years ago.
That's just the other day. You think $15 an hour could really help a person in the streets?
Not in New York.
They gotta save from that. Plus, they gotta take and buy food from that. Plus, they gotta take and do transportation from that. Plus, they gotta take care of their children clothes and stuff like that. Plus, they gotta pay taxes off of that. And plus, they have to pay what that is?
Rent and all that.
Social Security off of that.
Yeah.
But come
Cost
on,
of living.
man.
Cost of living off of $15.
Come on. So we can't blame the people. How we help them. Things ain't right. How we help them. That's the solution.
That right there is not a topic that I'm ready to talk about today because
What?
You know why? Because everybody got their own agenda as far as how they're going to make it in this world. Some people want to be a basketball player. Some want to be an actor. Some want to be a doctor. Somebody want to be a police officer. Whatever make your boat float, just try to be the best at it, to where you can capitalize off it monetarily, not just off of, the clout and the recognition. You want to be compensated for your work. You want a job that appreciates you and recognize your hard work. Don't go with a company that takes you for granted. That's where you gotta be.
No, well, I'm back.
And the jobs are getting taken from robots and,
I'm back to
and
different
machines.
because at first he said this. I didn't went into it because I was talking about category of people to get into the part that he's talking about, the old people, elderly people.
All of that plays a role.
Because you're not really old.
I mean, I'm just saying, this lady was in her 70s.
Hold on, let me explain
She
this
had
to them.
30 years and she
Let
was
me
already
explain.
past retirement mode. She just didn't want to retire because that's how she lived. She lived going to work every day because that's how her blood flowed.
Let me explain what I'm saying about the elderly and whatnot. That's how our blood flow. You describing people and things, right? So what I'm saying is this, right? Why now? Because a lot of these elderly people need company. Need